Órale, Cholo, truck los tres chingones, boxing shots, all the chingones, y chingonas, man. Spencer running late. Man, it was just one of those days, just trucking it up out on the road and one thing after another. And yeah, Holmes, I just barely got in. So anyway, couple of announcements here. One is David Contreras. He's gonna be out for the rest of the year. He's taking the rest of the year off to enjoy his retirement. Shout outs to our boy David Contreras. Mikey, he should be jumping on here anytime. Hopefully he gets a chance to. Like I said, it's on me. It's on work. The road's unpredictable, Holmes. But yeah, David's taking the rest of the year off, man. I'll still be here this week, next week, talk some boxing. Man, I got a freaking headache. I haven't ate. I just barely ran into the house and got this sucker started. Haven't taken a shower, nothing, Holmes. Son of a gun, man. I just wanna shower, wanna eat, and relax. But before I do all that, I want to go ahead and talk some boxing, Holmes. Let's see, who do we got in here? What's up, Anthony? Bravo, Demetro, JC, Kyole, Yorioki's Gamboa. That's right, dog. Hall of Famer right there. Puerto Rican rum. You know what? I was drinking some Puerto Rican rum. As a matter of fact, Saturday, my homeboy, he came over to the pad so we could watch the fights, and he brought his new lady, and she's Boricua, and she brought over some Puerto Rican rum. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I want to fight a YouTube fool. Oh, man. There's ways to do that, but you do got to have a following. Oh, yeah. You know what? Oh, let me see, Anthony. Rosa got you right now. Good gosh, dog. Good gosh, man. Oh, yeah. I went down to Chula Vista. That's like South San Diego. And just to make it back up was something else, man. Anyway, Mikey's jumping on. So I'll go ahead and turn the camera on. As you guys can see, I'm still in my trucking freaking attire, Holmes. I haven't had a chance to do anything. Just ran in here and got this open. But let's go ahead and bring in the boxing scientist from Mikey TV 1, Mr. Mike Zavala.
Ed, what it is, man? Oh, man, we got some boxing news and tragedies, right? Jesus Christ.
Man, oh man, dog. So anyway, little announcement. The fight that I had with Buzz is now on YouTube for free. So if anybody wants to check that out, it's on YouTube for free under Chicano Tube. The only thing that's edited out is our music for the ring entrance due to copyright issues. But outside of that, it's up for anybody who wants to go check it out, man. But yeah, anyway, man. Mikey, big dog, man. Let's talk about some of the fights that happened over the weekend, man. I guess we'll start with Alexis Rocha and Curiel. Badass fight, man. Badass fight. That's the fight that I was paying attention to the most. walk us through what you saw, man, because I got some things I want to say about it.
Yeah, I mean, what a fight, man. Two Mexican warriors. Uh, I thought Rocha wasn't gonna. I didn't think Rocha had boxing skills like that. You know, I seen tape a little bit, and he does have it, but dude, he did show some growth. Sometimes when you lose, right, Ed, you
Mhm.
learn. It's a L is for loss, L is for learn, and he learned, and he listened to his trainer, listened to the coach. What a fight, man! Close fight. It was a draw was necessary in this fight, and Courier, man, he has a what is it, 70-something% knockout ratio. And I want to go. I could get into that. That doesn't really matter, dude. Because look at what happened with Jaime Munguia. A guy had a 12% knockout ratio, and he knocked him out. So it depends on the fighter, right? But yeah, Rocha got hit with bombs after bombs, and he threw some bombs back and forth. It was a great fight. It was worth watching that fight, man. What a fight! Two Mexican warriors.
Were you surprised that Carriel was staying in there with them and possibly even? I mean, he won some rounds. Were you surprised at that at all?
Dude, he's got Freddie Rocha. He's got Freddie Rocha in his corner. He has a good amateur background, Mexican fighter. When you have a Mexican national, man, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. These guys are cut from a different cloth, man. These Mexican nationals.
Mm. A lot like my Eastern European people, man. Yeah, I get you. I got you, big dog. I
Yeah,
got you. You
yeah.
know, as I was watching the fight, I was starting to think that at some point, Alexis Rocha was going to start breaking away. Right? I was thinking maybe getting into the seventh, eighth round. It's like, okay, this is where Rocha is going to start stepping it up because I'm like, this fight is made for you, Rocha, to start shining and to start looking good.
Mhm.
But I knew even from last week's show, talking to you and Dave, I knew this could have probably been a little bit of a rocky moment for Curiel, right? Like this is his time to shine, man. This is his time to say, hey, look, I'm just not somebody to be stepped on as a comeback fighter to look good against, man. I'm here to win, right? But I was like, nah, Rocha, man, come on, man. There's your time, dog. Nobody really knows this Curiel guy. This is your time to really look good and say, like, okay, next, right now, give me somebody. I showed you what I can do against us. Nobody. Now get me up there, right? Get that Santillan loss way behind me now. Now start throwing me in the mix up there, which I do think he can compete with guys like Mario Barrios, maybe even Montes Chingones. Um, he didn't get that memo. Guriel was all over him. It was a bang bang fight, man. It was back and forth, badass fight. Loved it all the way. Um, Maybe because it's so close to the end of the year, I think it will be somewhere in the mix. I'm not saying it is, but it's got to be somewhere in the mix for fight of the year. Mikey, what do you think?
Yeah. I really have to sit back and analyze this year, but this one was a banger, man. It was a great fight. Yeah, I'll consider that. I'll take that in consideration for sure, Ed. For damn sure.
What do you want now that it's a draw? Which my household, everyone was like, "Yeah, that's cool." I didn't hear not one person say like, "Oh no, man, it's a robbery," or "Nah, I think this guy won or that guy won." Everyone was just like, "Yeah, that's cool." What do you want to see next from Curiel and Rocha?
Both these guys could compete at a 47. We broke down the 47. Uh, it's not the strongest division, but they got some solid guys at 47, including Boots Ennis, Stanionis, and something Junior. My boy, keep forgetting his name.
Brian
Uh,
Norman.
Brian Norman Jr. and Barrios. So you can mix and match them, and styles make fights, and the right mix, and they'll give you a good fight, man. As you can see yesterday, last week, these guys have grit, they have balls, and they're down. They're down to bang with you.
Do you want to see a rematch, or you want to see them go their separate ways and then maybe meet up again?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But if I really want to break it down, why not a rematch? Well, not a rematch. But if they do decide to go on different paths, they're warriors, man. They showed it. So I wouldn't mind seeing the rematch. If I had to pick, let's get the rematch. What a fight! What a fight!
Yeah. In like in a perfect world, man, if they go their separate ways, they'll have to meet again, right? After 2, 3 wins or something, where both of them are champs or something like that. But that's, that's not, we don't live in a perfect boxing world, man. So I would just rather want to see the rematch. Yeah, let's
Hmm.
go ahead and let's do it again, man. As soon as possible. Early next year. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if that's really the way it's gonna go. Mikey, you know, can Alexis Rocha, can he move on from this in your eyes? Can he move, because he's a bigger star, right? Can he move on from this and just let this draw just kind of fade away without anybody bringing it up, without it being a blemish on his career? Like, hey, well, wait a second, man. You never actually beat this, so-called nobody. Can
Hmm.
he just continue his career and it just kind of fade away?
I gotta think about it. It depends. If he gets a big fight, if he gets a big fight, yeah, we'll probably forget about it. You know how boxing fans, not the hardcore fans, but you know how boxing fans are, man. They have a short attention span. They'll forget about it, as long as he gives you a great fight, versus a Norman. Like I said, those other names, yeah, it could happen.
Yeah, you know what? I'll say this, man. Hopefully the rematch happens. If not, the most important thing for Curiel happened, and that is, do you want to see him fight again? The answer, yes. I want
Yes.
to see him fight again. So either it doesn't matter who he fights. If he fights Rocha, if he fights a complete tomato can, unknown, bottom line, Curiel won, because that is what you want. After a fight, win, lose, or draw, do people want to see you fight again? If the answer is yes, you won. You came out with some sort of victory. So hopefully we get the rematch. If not, I'll be tuning in to Corriel's next fight, man. I really will. I don't Doesn't matter who it is against. I want to see the
Yeah,
dude fight again. So,
yeah, definitely.
Mikey, okay. All right. So Cinco de Mayo is celebrated because of the Battle of Puebla, right? The French come in with rifles to take over. The Mexicanos, shouts to the raza, with sticks and stones, kick the French out. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Holmes, because you ain't taking over. Nada right here, right? Here we are so many years later. Bruno Sorras is here to avenge his country Frenchman and say, I'm taking it back with authority. I am here to do what my ancestors couldn't do years ago. Mikey, dog, he put Mungia on the canvas, and there's already a lot of controversy going on. And we'll get into that in a second. But just leading up to the fight, without all the controversy, Mikey, what did you see in the fight, man? Who did you see winning?
It was Munguia winning the fight. I watched it again. It was Munguia winning the fight, but Brunello, that's his nickname. I guess he gave himself Bruno, but he called himself Brunello. Uh, he did an adjustment. He did an adjust. Yeah, he did an
I
adjustment.
didn't
He
know that.
waited. He waited for Munguia to shoot his combinations, and he shot his, but he kept missing. But I was like, hey, dude, something's up. This guy's just waiting for him in the ropes and just waiting for Munguia to shoot his shots, and then he goes kind of like countering, but just waiting and let him shoot his shot. And Munguia, his bad habit that he hasn't been corrected. Morales hasn't corrected. He keeps his hands down. I was watching the Canelo fight. He throws his combination and he leaves his hands down. He admires his work. And Brunello's team, I think they knew that watching film, and they adjusted. It was an adjustment by Bruno. And then I'll break down the referee, Morales, behind the scenes and everything. We got to break it
Yeah,
down. But yeah, that's what I
yeah,
saw.
yeah. We'll get into that in a second. But I would say, man, like I was as I was watching, I was pretty much seeing everything that you saw, Mikey. But
Mhm.
I didn't think he was in danger because Bruno, I didn't know he gave himself the nickname Brunello.
Yeah.
That's classy. That's you know, hey, hey, Demetro. you win some, you lose some, Holmes. You know what I mean? They won many years ago, right? We won many years ago, and the French won this one, dog. You win some, you lose some, homie. I
Yeah.
like all week long the comparisons to all that, man. But anyway, no, Mikey, I saw everything that you saw, but I never thought he was in danger. I never thought he was in danger because Subras had 4 knockouts in like 27 fights. It's like, dog, this dude has no power. And I thought it was probably key strategy. When I did see him hit the canvas, I was thinking to myself, you know what? Maybe Subras was the whole time thinking like, okay, let me make him think he can't take my punch. Let me make him believe that he can continue to drop his guard more and more and
Mhm.
more and more and make him feel so comfortable without putting his guard up, with him not putting his guard up, and then I'm gonna just lay one good
Let
on
it
him.
out.
Yeah, and when I saw him get dropped, we were like, whoa, we got up, like, oh damn, we got up like in shock, dog. But I thought Munguia was winning the fight.
Yeah.
I thought he was winning it. I don't want to say he was dominating it, but I had him winning the fight pretty. I don't know if I should say comfortable, but he was, to me, definitely. I had Munguia winning the fight up to that moment. I thought Suras landed a couple of okay shots. I thought Suras was putting up a decent fight, but I never thought that Brunello was ever winning the fight. I never thought he was really in control of the fight. I thought he was in the fight, keeping himself in the fight, but I never thought he was ahead of in the cards. I never really thought he was much of a threat, man, until that knockdown. Now, getting to some of the controversy, Mikey, let's start with the referee, man, because that's all over the place, man. The fast count in
Yeah.
Tijuana, in the hometown.
Yeah.
Let's get to that, Mikey. What did you make of that, man?
Yeah, bro. He's the A side, the hometown guy, the guy that he makes money for the sport. There was so much in up in the what is it in the near future, so much money to be made for the sport of boxing. The referee counted fast, bro. We seen Navarrete get extra time. We seen Tyson Fury numerous fights get extra time. We get it. Hometown cooking. We get it. The A side. Not only that, there was a controversy that when the referee was counting, you have to send Bruno, the opposite fighter, to the neutral corner. He never did, so that's his chance to step back and stop the count and give Munguia some time, dude. That was a legal way to give him time, but even though you have to give the A side the fighter some time, man. 6, 7, and he got up. Chef, are you okay? And give him time. He didn't give him time. It was too fast, man. Give him time to recover. He deserves that.
All right. Now, just look,
Undecided.
okay, look, I completely agree with you, but I want to be fair all the way across the board here, right?
Yeah.
He did get up. The count was fast. I haven't heard many people mention this, but you mentioned it right now, Mikey, and that is, hey, get your ass to the neutral corner. You
Mhm.
know, the fighter just doesn't go down and then you just start, counting. Hey, get yourself to the neutral corner. There should be somebody outside of the ring counting, and you pick up the count from there. But the thing is, Munguia did get back up. He got
Yep.
back up. Now, just to be fair across the board, right? He got up and then he kind of stumbled a little bit. I have seen some referees wave it off, right?
Yeah.
However, here's the thing. He did not look at Munguia. Munguia stumbled pretty much with his back turned to the referee, almost kind of like a side look, kind of stumbled a little bit. Okay, that I haven't seen a referee, dismiss a fight for that. When the stumbling happens, the referee's looking at the fighter, looking in his eyes. The fighter stumbles. Is like, yeah, no, I'm waving it off. So the count was fast. You got this, hometown curse. Not with everybody. There are some people that go home and they have a good decent showing. Um, Honestly, I remember when Sergio Martinez fought in Argentina years ago. It was pouring rain. I thought he lost that fight, but oh well, they gave it to him. Um, there seems to be a trend, man. Don't fight at home. Don't fight at home, man, because you
Yeah.
do a lot of bad things do end up happening. Mikey, all right. A lot of the other controversy, man. Let's talk about the training. Do you think that had anything to do with it? Do you
Yeah,
think he was
I
prepared? Do you think Terrible got him prepared for this fight?
yeah, no, no. From behind what I've been seeing behind the scenes, and for what I've been observing, that is Terrible Morales a government official? Is he a talk show host? Is he a trainer? It's because he has his hands in different pots. Like you got to concentrate on your fighter, and I hear stories that he doesn't even show up half the time. Uh, we seen with the improvements Munguia did with Freddie Roach. Yeah, we seen the angles, we seen the viciousness, we seen him being in shape. I heard stories. He had another trainer in Maestro Lopez. If you look at him on YouTube, he's laying it all out. He was a great Mexican fighter. Could have, should have. He knocked out I Corte before anyone knocked him out. So
Okay.
yeah, Maestro Lopez, and he talked about that when Munguia is tired and he doesn't feel like working, Morales says, "I see it. Leave him alone. That's how he is. When they try to correct his mistakes, leave him alone. Leave him alone. They're babying him, and you need the Morales is his homeboy. That's his homie. They're from Tijuana, and it's not working out, brother. This isn't working out. As you can see in these two fights, he's getting worse, man. Munguia is getting worse.
Uh, all right. Just to the rest of the chingones that were on the chats. Yeah, man. I look what I was saying about the referee. I agree with you guys, man. I think Munguia was hurt enough. I don't think he was gonna get back in there and start, or who knows, man. He would start holding a lot, get through the round. But we'll never know. What's up, David, man, from Putazos y Pendejadas? I was in the sauna the
Following
morning
up, yeah.
before the weigh-in.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah,
Oh
so
yeah.
yeah, so there seems to be a lot of rumors out there that there's a lack of discipline in that training camp. Freddie doesn't really put up with that. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't think Munguia is gonna get better with Eric Morales. I think he might stay where he's at best, but it's possible that he goes down a few steps, man. He's gonna need some discipline. He's gonna need somebody there to be on him and on him and on him. Um, I didn't really like the change. I didn't really like the move back, but oh well, Munguia wants to train in a certain, from what I understand, he wants to train somewhere that Freddie Roach isn't down with, and um, oh well, man. Mikey, what happens with Munguia from here? Do we have to have a rematch? Somebody was asking, does this mess up the fight with Munguia versus Berlanga? Does that fight even happen? Does Munguia have to avenge this fight? Can he just go off and do something else?
I think he has to avenge it. And as much as we want to say you don't this guy, who is this guy and all that, he made a star, man, of Bruno Brunello. He made a star of this guy. They want this guy Bruno to fight Canelo. So yeah, man, he needs to avenge this fight. But the thing is, Ed, it's like, as a fan, I want Munguia to avenge this. Of course, I'm Mexican, I'm Tijuana, and I want him. I love Munguia. Yeah, he's not the best, but these other 168 pounders, they have a lot of mistakes also, except for Canelo. But these guys have mistakes. They have deficiencies also. But dude, he fought 4 times in a row. He got dropped by Canelo. But even before, he's been in so many wars with Davidchenko. Canelo dropped him training camp after training camp, sparring after sparring. I don't even know if they decide not to give the rematch. I understand, because dude, he's been knocked out cold by a guy that only has four knockouts. but it's the accumulation of training camps and getting hit, dropped by Canelo. Your brain gets turned off. So I think he needs to rest a year, 6 months to a year, no training camp, just run or whatever, stay in shape, but no hitting his head, working on his defense, studying tape. If he decides not to fight, I get it, I understand, but I want to see this rematch. We could knock him out, man, because he was winning the whole fight. He was winning the whole fight. He wasn't in shape, man. If he was in the sauna, because he gets hit with bombs. Let's talk about that. He gets hit with bombs and he recovers because he's in great shape. He was out of shape this fight, though. He looked like me with no shirt, man. He looked flabby.
No,
Looking like me.
and Andrew, you're right. The fighter needs to be disciplined. You can't put it all on the coach. You can't put it all on the trainer. The fighter himself needs to be disciplined. Yeah, I think Munguia needs to run this one back, man. I think he does.
Yeah.
To me, here's the way I would paint this, man. To me, it was I don't want to say lucky punch, but you know what? To me, it was a fluke, Combs. I don't think this Bruno dude is much. If people are starting to talk about him against Canelo, like, come on, man, really? I think Munguia will put hands on this dude again, with the exception of not getting knocked out this time around. But I don't think it just happened to be a fluke. Munguia got too comfortable in there. I think Munguia is a much better fighter than this Bruno Soares dude. All right. It's just Munguia dropped his guard. He wasn't feeling much of his punches. He knew he was winning the fight. He got too comfortable. And I'm not even really sure he took this fight completely serious. Now, if there is a rematch, now it's on. And now, if there is a rematch, now I don't think Bruno sees the end of the fight. Honestly, I think Munguia is a better fighter. But, blame the fighter. It's Munguia's fault. If you didn't take it serious, because you're winning the fight, Holmes. It's easy to see who's the better fighter. It was Munguia. But if you didn't take it serious, if you dropped your guard, if you thought it was going to be an easy win, and homeboy smoked you, hey, dog, that's on you. You need to come back and make this right. Now, the thing is, Bruno Soares, who this was his first fight outside of France.
Oh, yeah, let me tell you.
That was his first fight out of France, man. Now, does he have a little bit more power to throw around and like, well, I got some stipulations now. You need me.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you don't make me happy in the rematch, homie, this is gonna demolish your career. Well, maybe not demolish, but it will always be a blemish on your career. I'll go ahead and I'll have my Buster Douglas moment, and I'll go, or George Kambosos moment, and go have 2 more big fights and get paid well, and then that's it for me. But you'll always be remembered for this. So now I think he got a little bit power to negotiate here. Mikey, go for it.
Oh, yeah. And just, Ed, let me just bring this up. This is a cherry pick gone wrong, right? You know that Bruno is a 160 pounder. He's really a 160 pounder, and he's really a 5-round fighter in France. All his fights been in France, and he's a 160 pounder. Like, this was made for Munguia. We talked about it to Munguia to knock him out and celebrate in Tijuana, big party, and it backfired on them, man. They didn't take the fight serious. They were interviewing. I seen behind the scenes they were all confident, laughing, and I was like that too. I just thought that Munguia was prepared. He was ready to go, and these guys, it was a cherry pick got wrong, and they, like you said, Ed, they didn't train. But he beat. This is a 160 pounder and a 5-round fighter. Jesus Christ. Yeah, 4 knockouts.
Yeah. Hey, Puerto Rican Rum, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I don't think fighters need to be taking beatings and sparring. They need to be preparing for the fight in sparring and learning for when they get in there. I don't think they need to be taking some huge chingazos every time they step in the ring to spar. Yeah, man. So now I think Brunello, that's JC, put some respect on his name, Holmes. Brunello. So I think now Brunello, he's got a little bit of weight to push around, man, and say like, no, we do the rematch. I want a little bit of a bigger cut. This is gonna follow Munguia, man. Unless Munguia comes back and makes this right. If this rematch never takes place, I think this is gonna follow him. You know,
Yeah.
maybe it's gonna take quite a few fights and quite a few years, man. Maybe 3 years, 5, 6 fights, 7 fights, then maybe people won't remember it anymore. But if not, people will remember this, man, because you got knocked out, big dog. You got knocked out, So, man, let's see. Let's see what happens. Mikey, I just like we are talking about Curiel, right? Do you want to see Bruno Surras now if he fights a complete nobody? Honestly, I'll answer first, man. Honestly,
we want to see him. We want to see him.
Yeah. I do. If he fights a complete nobody next, I'm gonna watch. I'm gonna watch, man. I want to see. I want to see what he's about, man. But oh man, dog. Well, let's see what happens with Munguia. Let me see. Munguia won't last in RGB. Well, I don't know, man. I think he just stayed there with
Nah, he can't stay
Morales. Yes, very Buster Douglas win. Credit Bruno. You gotta credit Bruno. If if you're there in the ring, you're there in the ring. Hey, what's going on, brother Chewy?
What's up, brother?
All right, let's get to the fight tomorrow. It is a heavyweight attraction, Mikey. I'll be honest, man. I don't know if it's just because it's on the other side of the world. I don't think that's why, because I've felt and I've heard much more buzz for fights on the other side of the world than I am for this one. I don't know why that is, Mikey. I'm not saying nobody's talking about it, but it just doesn't feel, at least for me, I don't feel like it's that, ooh, man, la revancha, like, ooh, man, a heavyweight showdown is going down tomorrow. I haven't been this whole week, Mikey. It's just been like, oh yeah, the fight's this weekend. But I don't feel that excitement, big dog. Do you?
Maybe because it's not. How can I say? It's not our show. It's not our side of the world. Maybe I do feel that a little bit. Like it's not. But I'm getting used to it. Riyadh season and Turkey Al Sheikh and that part of the world. But deep down inside, like, man, that's our part of the world. They should be fighting in Vegas. But I'm getting used to it, and I appreciate Turkey Al Sheikh, what he's doing for boxing. But it does seem a little weird. And then pretty soon they're gonna give Canelo the bag, and he's gonna go over there. And I'm like, how is it? It's gonna be crazy because they're gonna go crazy for him, but they're not gonna be Mexicans. It's just whoever gets a ticket over there or the people around there. So it is kind of weird. It seems a little foreign, right? But I think you got to get used to it.
Well, here's the thing though, Mikey, because the first time around that they fought, I heard a lot more buzz about it. There was a lot more buzz going on. There was a lot more excitement. There was a lot more talk about it. Like, yeah, if it's on that side of the world, does it take a little bit steam away over here for us? Yeah, it does a little bit. But there was still a lot more buzz going on, man. There was still a much bigger feeling. Now, for this one, it's like, hey, the weigh-ins. It's like, oh shoot, that's right, man. Let me set a reminder. And I just don't hear anybody. I don't really, nothing really going on. Like when Bivol was fighting Beterbiev, there was a bigger buzz in the boxing world. This time around, I don't know, man. It just seems like I said, like, when is it? It's this Saturday. Oh yeah, okay. Like it's just just kind of like another fight, like a Rocha versus Curiel. Nothing big, nothing major. It's just yeah. Tune in if you got a chance to. Like I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. Now, the media put on here the undercard. Yeah, man. You know what? The undercard took a big hit, but because I was really looking for my boy Boacek versus Madrimov. That's off the table. And now he's fighting this dude Davis. I don't really know much about him. And as I look at the entire undercard, look, Holmes, I have never seen so many white Europeans in an undercard, Holmes. I mean, every fighter outside of Boacek, I'm just talking about the undercard. Every fighter outside of Boacek is from somewhere in Western Europe. Like everybody, and his opponent happens to be a black dude. That's the only dude, man, that's not white on this undercard. Everybody is straight vanilla, Holmes, as vanilla can be, except for Davis, who is Boacek's opponent. Boacek being from Eastern Europe, man, that's my people right there, alongside with Usyk. So I think this is going to be an easy one for Boacek, but we'll see. But Mikey, let's get into the actual fight itself, man. It's a rematch. The weigh-ins were today. Both guys weighed in with their clothes on. Tyson Fury comes in heavier this time around. He doesn't stick around, dog. I don't know if you saw the weigh-ins. He wasn't even looking at Usyk when they told him to face off. He looks at Usyk for like 2 seconds, turns back around, flexes, and walks off. Does not even stick around to be interviewed. Mikey, how say you on this fight, man?
To tell you the truth, I haven't seen the whole. I saw cuts, and they had an 11-minute stare down. I don't know, that was before the weigh-in, I put weigh-in, and they had an 11-minute stare down. I'm like, what the hell is this? Maybe he said I already stared him down. So why am I going to stick around?
Okay, that was yesterday. That 10-round stare down, that was yesterday. Yeah, but today he looked at him for like 2 seconds, turns, flexes to the crowd with his complete clothes on. Flexes to the crowd and walks away. Doesn't bother getting interviewed or anything. Just completely leaves, man. But Spencer, dog, go for it.
Okay. So Ed, I think Tyson Fury's his focus. He's coming in heavier. He has to adjust, and I think his strategy is he's not gonna box. He needs to sit down on his punches because yes, he was winning that fight. I was watching the fight, and he was winning the fight, dude. The first 6 rounds, but like I said, it takes 6 rounds for a fighter to get to understand the distance and your tendencies. And Usyk took over, man. Usyk's the Michael Jordan, the Kobe in the 4th quarter, man. This guy comes clutch, dude. And I'm not going against him this fight. He comes clutch, dude. He comes clutch.
So you're going Usyk?
I'm gonna go Usyk. Unless they want part 3 and it's a close. It's like it goes decision. They give it a robbery to Tyson Fury. But I could break down like how Tyson Fury could beat Usyk, but I think Usyk still has the tools and the power and the boxing skills to beat Tyson Fury, dude. Yeah.
All right. Let me ask you a couple of questions here, Mikey.
Yeah.
Any chance that maybe Fury in the first fight was like, dude, this is a little guy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't remember Tyson Fury got dropped by Ngannou. Tyson Fury is one of these dudes that he trains or he goes to the level of his competition. So if he's fighting a guy that doesn't know any boxing like Ngannou, doesn't seem like he took it very serious. If there's a rematch between Tyson Fury and Ngannou, I think Tyson Fury stops him. I think he does, man. Any chance that Tyson Fury was like, this is a little dude? And Tyson Fury's a big mofo, even for heavyweight. He's a big dude. Any chance that Tyson Fury was like, he's a little dude, man. He's a cruiserweight. His punches are gonna hurt me. You know, whatever, man. I felt some bigger punches and stuff. And then we get this first fight. Any chance that he comes in and he's like, no. Now you get the real Tyson Fury, man.
I mean, yes, it could. That could probably be the chance because he did the same thing versus Ngannou. Oh, it's a UFC fighter, and boom, we dropped him. But the thing is that we got to understand that Tyson Fury has been in a lot of wars. He fought 3 fights with Deontay Wilder, and I don't know how many times did he get dropped and hurt in that fight. Ngannou, and in a couple fights back, he's been in wars. He's been in, I don't know how many, 3. What do you call them? 3-peats or 3? back-to-back fights. What is it called when you rematch it?
Trilogy.
Trilogies and stuff like that. I was listening to a podcast and they talked about he has a lot of trilogies. He has a lot of wear and tear too, man. Maybe just like Munguia, you get hit so much that maybe he's a little touched, dude. Because Usyk hit him and dude, he got saved by the belt. He got hurt, dude. So that's the thing. That's the thing I'm worried about. Like, yeah, he underestimated him and all that, but Usyk is gonna touch him right on the button. He's that of a technician that he's gonna touch him and right in the little where the jaw's at, right there, boom, and he's gonna hurt him. So, and he came in bad strategy also. Maybe he underestimated him. He came in skinnier. He wasn't the fat Tyson Fury. Now he's a fat Tyson Fury with a big old beard, and that beard's gonna use the cushion. I heard there's a big controversy. They want him shaved. So he has a big old giant beard and he's fatter. So that's the Tyson Fury I want. But Usyk's got the skill. It's gonna touch him. But what Tyson Fury needs to do is he has to sit on his punches and go for gusto. Lean on him and go and sit on his punches, and he might get hurt or knocked out. But he has to do it because we've seen him box, and look what happened in the second half of the fight.
Man, okay, so I'm conflicted, man. Like earlier today, I was thinking like Usyk got him, he's got him, and then later on, I was like, no, I could see Tyson Fury win. I'm on a teeter-totter, man. I don't know if the wind's blowing outside, I go Usyk. If the wind stops blowing, I go Fury. This to me, it could go either way. Obviously, Fury needs this win more than Usyk for damn sure. So there could be a trilogy, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going back to what I was saying earlier. After Fury losing, I think he's checking all the boxes, dotting all his I's, crossing all his T's. Yeah, he's a jackass. We all know he's a jackass, but look at how he went to the weigh-ins. You know, there wasn't a lot of clowning around. He didn't go with his regular entourage. He didn't have his dad there. He didn't have, I don't want to say that, oh, now he's super duper Mr. Serious. You know, he still kind of clowns around a little bit because that's just his character. But in here and here, I think we're getting, you know, probably the best Tyson Fury that we're ever gonna see, man. I can definitely see Tyson Fury coming out with his victory.
Yeah.
I don't think he can stop him, though. Let me ask you, Mikey, can Usyk, because Usyk had Tyson Fury on spaghetti legs, tumbling all over the ring. Can Usyk stop him?
Can Usyk stop Fury or Fury stop Usyk?
First we'll start with Usyk. Can Usyk? He had Fury hurt, you know, rolling all over the ring in the first round. Can he actually stop Fury this time around?
I mean, no, we've seen Tyson Fury get dropped and he gets back up, get dropped, gets back up. But how many times can you do that, Ed? How many times can your body, your brain, your jaw you can think it, but how many times can you get hurt like that and recover? I'm gonna say, dude, this fight's so close. But I'm gonna say, Usyk's so good, dude. I'm gonna say, yeah. He got saved by the bell.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, that's valid right there, man. I think there's truth to that. Yeah, man. Had there been, you know, another minute or 30 seconds, yeah, definitely, man. I think Usyk can stop him by the referee stopping it. I don't think Usyk can knock him out. I don't think the referee would reach a 10 count. I think the referee would definitely stop it and it'll be a TKO. Yes. I can see that the other way too, though, man.
Yeah.
Just for this fight. Yeah. I think we're going to see a different Tyson Fury on this, man. I really do. I think we're going to see a different Tyson Fury, the one who's at top of his game. Not a lot of mamadas. Yeah, maybe a little bit here and there because that's just who he is. But I think you know what? I'm gonna pick Fury on this one.
You got Fury?
I'm gonna pick Fury by decision. Decision. I don't think he dominates Usyk. I don't think anybody dominates Usyk.
Yeah, no.
Absolutely not. I think Fury is going to do barely enough to win. And there's going to be people that are going to say, nah, man, I had Usyk winning. But if you really watch it, you see that Fury did win the fight. But at the same time, I don't know. We'll see, man.
And just real quick, uh, can Fury hurt Usyk? He did hurt him in the fight. He did hurt him. He just, I don't know if he lost, if he shot his load and he couldn't finish him, but he was also investing to the bodies. You seen Dubois hurt Usyk to the body. He gets hit to the body, and that's his weakness right there, body shots. So he needs to invest to the body early to get the dividends. Better be have hurt when he fought Usyk in the Olympics, or I don't know what. He hurt him to the body. His freaking weakness is body shots, and we've seen in that fight. If you study the tape, Tyson Fury was going to the body, and then he moved. Boom! He switches to an uppercut, so he could hurt him too, dude. He could stop him too. But I think the key is the body shots. Lean on him. Forget boxing. Sitting on shots, hugging. A dirty boxing. He's a little guy, and this is his weight class. So he needs to fight like a big fat dude, like how he fights. Yeah.
No, he does. It's just a little bit harder for a guy. What's Fury? 6'9"?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
6'9", and Usyk's like 6'2" or something like that.
Yeah,
it's a little bit harder for a guy that tall to work the body that good on a shorter guy. A guy that's shorter, he can definitely touch the body here and there. I just don't think he could touch it as well because he's just so much taller than him. But he can definitely touch the body, man. We'll see what happens with that. But man, that's what I'm saying, Tony. I would say trilogy. Yeah. I'm
if it goes decision, then I'm with you. If it goes decision, I'm with you. It's definitely they're gonna rob him, or even if it's close, I think it's gonna favor Fury. Usyk needs a knockout. I believe Usyk needs a knockout to win this fight.
It's gonna be Fury's gonna make an ugly, dirty fight.
Yeah.
He's gonna be hugging up on him, and as soon as he starts letting him go, he's gonna throw a punch. He's gonna do dirty tactics like that, man. So it's gonna be an ugly fight. I don't expect to see a good, clean match. No, Fury's gonna make it very, very ugly. So anyway, with that, Mikey, anything else, brother, before we wrap it up?
No. Canelo news. What? Yeah, we don't know anything on Canelo yet. Just my undisputed Canelo hat. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, undisputed hat.
So okay, I mean we'll leave on that note. So Canelo's come out and said that he's gonna pick his opponent next month. Who's that gonna be? I don't know. There's rumors that maybe now it can be Terrence Crawford.
Yeah.
Check this out. I want to go ahead and throw this out there. I want everybody to think about this. The schedule for next month, which is next year, right? The United States, or this side of the world at that, does not have a fight scheduled till January 25th. This side of the world does not have a fight scheduled till the end of the month. And that's Diego Pacheco in Las Vegas. So things can change. Maybe next week they're gonna say, oh, you know what, I don't know, the second week of January. But there's no fight on this side of the world, man, here in the US, man, till January 25th. But it's that month that Canelo said that he's going to pick his opponent. Who's that? Who's it gonna be, Mikey?
Man, it's starting to see like it's starting to look like it's Terrence Crawford, man. Turki Al-Sheikh said, I'm willing to make this fight possible. I'm willing to work with Canelo. He bent the knee, in other words. He said he just needs to get in contact with Canelo. So in other words, he threw it out in the universe or the universe of social media. He said, I'm willing to work with Canelo. What's up, brother? So money talks, and I think this is the fight. Terrence Crawford isn't getting any younger. Turki Al-Sheikh wants this, and what Turki Al-Sheikh wants, Canelo said, I'm willing to do business with everybody. I'll talk when it's business. He said in an interview a couple weeks ago. So, in other words, if you give me the money, I'll do it. 100 mil, 150. That's his numbers.
Yeah, I'm thinking that way too because right now, reality 168. There's really no other mega fight, man. There's no other big fight. There's some okay fights. Diego Pacheco is way too green, and Billy, yeah, sure, but let's be honest, man. The general public, the casual boxing fans, don't know who that fool is, man. There's really nothing for Canelo, so I would say Canelo do this while some of these other guys build a little bit of the resume. And then in September, if Pacheco wins January and then he throws in another fight somewhere in there, maybe somewhere around May, somewhere around the Canelo fight, gets two good victories, maybe now you can start thinking about September, maybe. And Billy,
Yeah.
he's got to do something as well. He's got to do something as well. So, but some of these guys got to get out there. But anyway, man, we want to give a shout outs to David Contreras. He's taking the rest of the year off. He'll be back next month, next year. Enjoy your time. That is one Mr. Mike Zavala from Mikey TV. Cholo Trucklos Tres Chingones Boxing. Enjoy the fight tomorrow, and we will find out who is the king of the heavyweights, man. Whatever you guys do this weekend, be safe doing this so we can come back and do it again. Los Tres Chingones Boxing. Catch you guys on next round.